Hi everybody and welcome back. This is Amanda Moxley with your video for the week. And in today's video, I am going to teach you how to mine your past for the gold and figure out your seminar story, which is that irresistible, client attractive story that you will use at all of your signature talks. Be sure to hit the bell to subscribe because every single Thursday I am dropping incredible, new, valuable, content-rich videos for you subscribers. So be sure to hit the bell and let's dive in. Hey, you are watching Amanda Moxley TV, and this is the place for the hottest tips, tools, trainings, and how-tos. I'm so happy you're here, and I'll see you on the show. So this video is for you if you are having a hard time getting on stage or on a webinar or on a talk, and you're not exactly sure how to convey your unique story. You're not sure what parts of your story to share, or maybe you are sharing too much and it's not landing, or you're sharing too little and you're still hearing crickets. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my top 3 tips based on my Moxley method to support you in developing your seminar story. Are you ready? Grab your pen, grab a notebook, and let's get started. Tip number 1, you have to realize that you have hit the gold mine. I believe you have a compelling story to share with the world. You've been through a lot, you've been there, you've done that, you've gotten the t-shirt, and now you're on the other side. And you might be a little bruised and battered and beaten up, and life is kind of not always easy, right? But you have a juicy story that your ideal clients want to hear. But the problem is that your story is as close as your neck vein. You can't see it, and even if you do see it, you may not think it's that special or unique or inspiring or motivating. However, you are wrong. It is. Your story is everything. Your story is what is going to attract your clients, your tribe, and your community to you because it makes you unique. You are a compilation of all of your stories over all of these years of your life. So the first thing you need to understand is that you do have a story. You have a story, and now you have to understand what parts to share. And at the end of today's video, be sure to stick around because I have a downloadable template for you to go through and mine your past for the gold. So you want to look at your story, and I would grab a pen and I would grab a paper and I would just journal. What is my story? What were my highs? What were my lows? What was that compelling moment? What was that defining moment in my life or in your life where you decided enough was enough? I'm no longer going into this like this. This was the turning point. Second thing you want to ask is, after you've hit your compelling turning point or that awesome point where you said, I surrender no more, what happened as a result of your transformation? What were the breakthroughs, the ahas, the experiences that you had as a result of you having that turning point? When you are developing your seminar story, you are speaking directly to the heart, the mind, and the soul of your ideal client. Your ideal client is a version of you. You are a version of a hero or heroine to your ideal client, and your story gives them permission and belief that they too can transform and become who they want to be because they see that you have done it. And they know that if you have done it, you're giving them permission that they can do it as well. So then the other piece here is that where to share your story. You want to share your story in the beginning of your talk. You want to share it. The first part of your talk would be, hello everyone and welcome, an introduction statement that positions you as that go-to expert. This is who I am. This is what I do, just like your expert status. And you draw the people in, you say, this talk today is for you if, and you hook them in with who they are. And then the next thing is, let me tell you a little bit about my story. I used to be there and now I'm here. And here's what happened to me and here's what went down for me. Your seminar story is vital. If you do not share your seminar story, what will happen is that your clients or the people in the audience, they will not hear you. They will not listen to you. Instead, what they will do is they will project all their stuff onto you. And they're going to put all their stuff and all their stereotypes and all their biases and all their projections onto you until you get real with them. Once you get real with them and you tell them what it was like in an intimate way, in a connective way, then they are then going to feel like, oh, okay, so maybe she isn't that. They're going to come up with a new story because you've educated them on who you are and how you help, where you've been and what you've overcome and where you are now. I made that mistake in my early days. I was sharing my seminar story and I was getting really vulnerable and saying how bad it was. And I was talking about how I ended my money drama and I put a fork in it and I decided to draw the line in the sand and be done with my effed up money story. And I neglected to share the piece about how once I made that decision, I put the fork in the money story, and then 6 weeks later, I got in my power, I JFDI'd, I just effing did it, and I went ahead and I enrolled and I received $54,000 in the first 6 weeks, once I made that decision. But I would normally just get so stuck on like how bad it was, and I had to ask my parents to help me with my mortgage, and I had $200 left in my bank account, and what was happening because of that, I was attracting all these people who only had $200. I was neglecting the part of the story that said, listen, I was at my lowest point and I met myself in the mirror and I said, I am going to win. This is war. And I got in my power. I JFDI'd. I decided to raise my rates and take action and go out there and start serving, get out of my own way and start enrolling clients in a higher package. And I did that. That was in 2011. And then I made $54,000 in 6 weeks and went on to make six figures within that first 6 months of me making that transformation. What are their goals? What are their dreams? What do they want? Where have they been? And you take those parts of your story that can relate to them and you speak to their hearts, their minds, and their souls. And that is how you design a seminar story. I am very, very gifted at hearing a story and being like, bam, 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 those are the pieces, we need to pull this together. And that's what I do when I coach my clients in my Speak Your Way to Success program. It's really my genius is mining the past with the gold, listening to those nuggets, pulling it out. And from your story is the seed of your signature talk, as well as your signature system. Just like me, my Moxley method is based on the steps that I took to use speaking to attract my first clients when I first started. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to get out of your own way and do it. Seminar story is as close as your neck vein. You might want to invest. That's what I have done as well. Like helping my coach can see things I can't see sometimes. And so investing, getting support, getting coaching to help you develop, especially if you're serious about rocking out your talk and really taking that global stage and realizing your dreams as a 6 and 7 figure speaker, you need help. And I'm happy to support you with that. I have a free training that will pop the link in for you. And also if you would like a breakthrough call with me or one of my breakthrough coaches, we can talk about that, what that might look like for you to design your seminar story, your signature talk, your signature system, and then start speaking and selling. For the rest of today, I want you to download the downloadable cheat sheet. It's in the description comments below, and print that out, get some tea, coffee, and spend some time. I give you permission to be a version of a hero for your ideal clients. You are an answered prayer. You are the one your tribe is waiting for. They are praying in the middle of the night for you to be vulnerable enough, to be real enough, authentic enough, to actually open your heart and share those parts that you might have abandoned, or you've been embarrassed about, or ashamed about, or scared about sharing. Because what is personal is universal. What you have been through in your darkest moment, in your journal, in your heartache, in your passion, in your drive, in your failure, is exactly what your ideal client is going through right now. Then I'm going to slay a bunch of dragons and I'm going to come out triumphant. And then I'm going to be totally in the spotlight and sharing it and this beacon of white light and goodness, and you are going to see me and you're going to hear my howl, you're going to hear my cry, my wolf cry, and you are going to say, I want to go to Amanda. And so then you guys are going to come to me because I'm like unleashed and alive and on fire. And I'm sharing my heart, my story, and my passion. And that's going to be magnetic and awesome. And you know what? You have that too, my friend. You have that too, where you made some contracts with your best friends in heaven or wherever we came from before. and you said, I'm going to go down, I'm going to go through some crazy stuff, it's going to be hard, I'm going to be challenged, but on the other side, I'm going to be brave, I'm going to be vulnerable, I'm going to be real, I'm going to share it, and I'm going to shine it with you, and you're going to hear me. And that is the power of unleashing your voice and unleashing your story. You can do this. Be brave, get out of your own way, and go ahead and share your story. Shine on, show up, shine, and share, serve, and receive. So I want to hear your story, and be sure to subscribe, comment, drop a little bit of your story below. Get in contact with me, join the Moxley Method Speaker Society. I want to hear your story. I want to connect in with you. I'm so grateful for you. Download that worksheet below, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye. Do you want to grow a successful business as a speaker? All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training, and I'm going to share with you my entire Moxley Method, my mindset, the strategy, the structure, and the system behind my consistent multiple six-figure business. All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training and sign up today.